Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name's Dasa if you're new here. Today I'm showing you guys my everyday makeup routine. I feel like I've really perfected it in the past few, I don't know, weeks. I am finding so much joy and peace in just doing my makeup every single day. It's my little self-care ritual every morning, and I really want to show you guys what I use. I have some great products that are really helpful for the winter months. If you still want to have that glowy makeup look, I got you. So if you want to see my makeup routine, just keep on watching, because what do you have to lose? Let's get into it. So I've already gone ahead and done my base skincare routine. Skincare is so essential for having a nice makeup look. If you do not have a good skincare routine or a good base routine to your makeup's just gonna go on dry and it's gonna get really cakey. But I'm not fully done with skincare. We're gonna go ahead and start with our little priming first. So I'm gonna use two products. This is the EltaMD Broad Spectrum SPF. SPF is so important to your skincare routine. Everybody needs to be using sunscreen every single day, no matter if you're leaving the house or not. And this one has hyaluronic acid, which is like my favorite skincare ingredient ever, and it's tinted. I don't like to wear foundation unless I have like an event or something like bougier to go to. I'm taking the MAC Studio Radiance Moisturizing and Illuminating Silky Primer. I rotate between more creamy primers and gripping jelly primers, but I really like this combo. I just take the two and mix them together before applying them to my face, so I have like a little bit of SPF and like a nice skin tint base to my face. I'm obsessed with this EltaMD tinted moisturizer. Most of the time I don't leave the house without putting it on my face. Like even if I'm just wearing nothing that day, I will put on moisturizer and I will put on this EltaMD because it always gives my face such a nice glow. Now we're gonna start with concealer. I've tried a few different concealers. This is my favorite for years though. It's the NARS Creamy Concealer. I use the shade Creme Brulée Light 2.5. And I'm just gonna go ahead, you know what? Hold on a second. Give me 1 second, please. I'm gonna be a little bougie bitch and use my Chanel, because I have my ring light mirror right here, but if I just like lean in, you guys won't really be able to see what I'm doing. I take my concealer and I always like make sure there's not too much product on the wand, and I just dot right there, and then I always do on the outer edge too, so I can have that like lifted look. And then I'm gonna take my wet beauty blender, just go ahead and blend it upward. Before I even go in with concealer on the other eye, I go ahead and take my setting powder. This is the Laura Mercier translucent loose setting powder, and then I take a little powder puff. I cannot live without these. This just locks it in. It always gives me like a nicer lifted effect. So look at the difference. Okay, no concealer, no setting powder, concealer and setting powder. Like, she is airbrushed, she is brightened, she is lifted, and we love it. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do the other eye. Another trick with setting powder, if there's like way too much powder on your puff, go ahead and take your cap and kind of like flatten it out, and it just evenly disperses it onto the powder puff, so you don't just have like a ton of powder going onto your face. So eyes are done. Now I'm gonna go ahead and brighten up my T-zone and just any darker spot. I used to have such bad acne. When I was around 15, I first started breaking out, and then when I was 16 years old, it was like mid-pandemic, thank God, because I think it was cystic acne, and then I had fungal acne all over my forehead. And so I went to the dermatologist right before lockdown. It gave me tretinoin, which if you know anything about tretinoin, that causes you to purge so badly. What I'm trying to say is I had such bad hyperpigmentation for quite some time after. Sometimes I will put concealer there just to brighten it up more, but I feel like it's starting to really balance out, so I don't do it as much anymore. And then I'm gonna go ahead and take my holy grail. This powder has been with me. I mean, it has hit pan obviously, but I think I've had this since like maybe 2019. Okay, maybe that's an exaggeration, but I've definitely gone through a few of these and they last me so long. So we've done the concealer part. Now we're gonna go ahead with contour. This is actually something that I just started doing literally a few days ago because I kept seeing like little tips and tricks and tutorials, and I was like, let me try it out. I've had this for a while. It's the NudeStix Nudies Matte All Over Face Bronze Color. This is the shade Bondi Belle, and look at it. It's a dual-ended contour stick. I don't use the brush though. Instead, I go ahead with a little angled sort of. This is like a very dense brush. I'm just gonna go ahead and take my brush, and instead of putting the stick directly on my face, I'm gonna put it in the brush and then apply it, because then it gives it a much more like precise look. And I'm gonna start up here, and I just learned this trick. I'm gonna sweep it a little bit over my eye and brow lid, because then it gives you this kind of like nice eye look. I cannot do eye makeup for the life of me, and I really want to learn, so this is just like a nice little hack. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and lightly sweep it and kind of even press it into my cheekbone for the contour effect. I don't want to go too crazy, especially because we're gonna add some bronzer later. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and repeat on the other side. So just starting up up here and then sweeping it over. I'm just gonna really lightly do it on my forehead and then a little bit on my nose. So one thing, a good rule of thumb is do all your cream and liquid products first, and then you're gonna set over it with your powder products. But I haven't done my highlighter yet. So this is the Charlotte Tilbury Glow Talk Beauty Light wand. I just like loosely dot on my cheekbone. Oh my god, you know what I forgot? I forgot blush. Hello. Okay, we're gonna ignore that. I knew I was doing something wrong. For blush, the Clinique Chubby Stick Cheek Color Balm in the shade Amped Up Apple. I've also had this for so long. If you are a returning subscriber, hi, I love you. I used this in my Get Ready With Me for New Year's Eve video that I did like a year ago, which was like my second video out on YouTube ever. And also it's so crazy that we're about to hit like 10,000 subscribers on here. Like, what? I'm so grateful. I just wanted to say that. And if you're a new viewer here, hello, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. I'm so happy just to be doing this because I literally went to bed last night like so grateful because I hit 8,000 last night and I was like, oh my god, like this was something that I dreamed of doing as a little girl. In the 2014 era, I was watching Bethany Moda religiously and like all of those YouTube it girls, and I was like, I just want to do that so bad. Like, mind you, I was like 9-10 years old, but it still carried with me through middle school and high school, and I was just always too scared. And then last year I was in my freshman year of college and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna do it, and I did it, and now I'm about to hit like 10k and I love doing this. It makes me so happy, but I'm rambling. You guys are here for my makeup routine, not my sentiments. Okay, so yeah, I just took the Chubby Stick and I just lightly stamped it into my cheekbone. Now we're gonna go in with the Charlotte Tilbury. I already put it up here a little bit. I'm just gonna be pretty light with the amount that I put on because this can be quite of a generous blush. I'm gonna dust it over my nose too, whatever's left on my finger. I don't like when my products are too visible, if that makes sense. I like to have a very like natural, no makeup look. Like, I obviously want it to be of a difference and glow and, you know, have some dimension to my face. I don't like it when it's too intense. Like I mentioned, now we're gonna set all of the cream products powder version. So starting back at bronzer, I'm gonna go in with the Too Faced Sun Bunny Radiant Duotone Bronzer. This is another one of my holy grail products. Anytime that I would do my makeup, like with my friends or anything like that, they would always ask me what bronzer I'm using, and I would always lend this to them because it's absolutely so beautiful. Two different shades, and I just like to go in and combine the two, and I like to kind of like go in a circular motion up towards my cheekbone. You have to be very careful with this product though, because if you put too much on, it's just like straight up dirt on your face. Super glowy though, and has a little bit of like an orangey tone rather than like chalky brown. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, some bronzers just look very chalky to me. This one has such a nice like sun glow look to it, and I always feel incomplete without this bronzer if I'm doing like a full face of makeup. Like, as soon as I put this product on, I just feel I feel complete, you know? Next up, we're gonna go in with powder blush. This is also like, my bronzer is shimmery, my blush is shimmery. Like, I like to shimmer and glow. This is the Milani Dolce Pink Baked Powder Blush. I think it used to have the Milani like label on there, but I guess it rubbed off. She's been with me for a while. And then this is the Urban Studio. I don't know, it's a brush by Urban Studio. My mom gave it to me. It works wonders. It's just an angled powder brush, and I'm just gonna go ahead and lightly put that on the cheekbones. I don't really like to drag out my blush onto the apples of my cheek. For some face shapes, it always looks good. Others, it looks better just to like focus it on your cheekbones, and I think that's how it is for me. Now we're done with face makeup, and we're gonna go in with setting spray before we go ahead and do the eye. This, you've probably already heard of this setting spray. It is godsend. It is so good. Really locks in your face and makes me always so glowy. Party all night, stay all day. Yeah, facts. Next up, we're gonna do my eyes now, and another thing that I have just recently gotten into is doing a little bit very subtle winged liner right here. Another thing, like I mentioned, I am so bad at eye makeup. I just like cannot do it how everybody just seems to know how to do eye makeup. I'm like, I can't, I don't know how. But this is such a simple way to do a very beautiful winged liner. I like to go in with a brown shade. You can go in with black, you can go in with purple, you can go in with blue, whatever you feel brings out your eyes. I think a nice chocolate brown does it for me. I'm gonna go ahead and take Funky Town. This is this shade right here. It's just a nice brown from the palette Naked by Urban Decay. Naked Foxy, excuse me. And I'm just gonna take a little angled brush, stamp it into the eyeshadow. This is an eyeshadow, so it's much easier than a liquid liner. And I'm just gonna go ahead and literally stamp it. Can you see how subtle that is? And then, so it's not just like a harsh line, I'm actually going to take the remaining product and drag it a little bit towards my lash line so that it's more of a complete wing, but I'm not doing too much. But I feel like it just adds such a nice little detail to my face and to my eyes. Just for reference, I start with the angled side and I start at the lower lash line, so then it goes up and then I drag it out. Eyeliner for dummies. I got you, babe. All right. Now this is my Ride or Die mascara. It's the Maybelline Sky High waterproof mascara. I love when my mascaras dry out because it's just so much easier to build up. Like when a mascara is brand new, I kind of hate it because then I have to wait it out for a little bit to dry out so I can have a nicer application, because when it's like too fresh and too new, it's like really wet. But it's true. And then I feel like I put on one swipe and it's just like Plump Town, you know? But I really love when I get to like kind of just play around with the wand and really perfect it. And then I always like to do a little outward motion so it gives me that wing cat eye effect. And then we're just gonna go ahead and lightly coat the bottom lashes. Okay, and now we're gonna repeat it on the other eye. Another little trick that I like to use is I take one of these eyebrow separators and then I just kind of, like, you know, separate the lashes. I like when my lashes look more individualized, if that makes sense, because it just gives you a more full look. Honestly, this eye looks fire. I'm like in love with it right now. We're gonna do brows. I've never filled in my brows or anything. I have pretty thick dark brows, so I don't really have the need to. It was not always a blessing though when I was little and I did not know the art of getting your eyebrows threaded. I just had very bushy eyebrows. Let's just put it at that. But you know what? That's something you have to go through before you have nicely defined brows. I'm gonna take the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Freeze Gel. This is a new product from them, I believe. I was never super into the laminated look on me, but I kind of wanted to give it a shot and I'm glad that I did, because this brow gel doesn't like stick the brows to my face, but it still keeps them absolutely locked in and separates them so nicely with the brush. Brushing them and then upwards and out, okay? Okay. Brows are in place. Now, finishing touches, everybody. We're gonna do my lip combo. This is my go-to lip combo, so listen up and listen closely because I had lots of lip liners and lots of lip combos. This is now officially my holy grail for a few months now. Anastasia Beverly Hills again, sponsoring. I'm also Romanian. This is the lip liner Deep Taupe. And this is such a creamy formula. I absolutely love it. And I like to kind of accentuate and fill in the middle a little bit. So I'm going to take my Ride or Die as well. All of these products in my makeup routine are really like, except for a very few that are new, most of the products I've been using for a long time and I just have not switched out because I love them. And this is one of them. This is the Dior Lip Glow Oil, the shade Mahogany. And I feel like the applicator itself just really blends out the lip liner so it's not just like a harsh lining. And so juicy. Oh, thank you. If we want, I can go in with a little bit of powder just on the parts I don't want to shine, which is usually my forehead and a little bit right here. We're gonna go ahead, take out our little clip. And this is my final makeup look. With that being said, I'm taking you guys through my everyday makeup routine. Now you can go ahead and recreate it with your own products or the same products. It doesn't matter. I hope you learned some useful tips and techniques because I'm really trying to improve my makeup game in 2024, so I hope you guys enjoy. Again, thank you so much for 8,000 subscribers and for being here and for watching my videos. I hope I say it enough, but I really do appreciate all the love and support that I get from you guys. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in next week's video. Bye.